It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I welcome the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you can see on the two-word screen. I'd like to get in here and give my unique perspective, because after 48 years of being on planet Earth, I've developed a unique perspective about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks, and let's get into about it. Because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, it looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to France. Got some plays over France this past week. Gracias, gratitude, todo ba. And France, I was talking to this lady this week, and she was talking about she wants to learn French. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe the Captain should learn French. So France, in a couple years, I'll probably be speaking French. Yeah, very cool. So thanks for listening. And just FYI, back in the day with school radio DJ, but I never got a job. I think I never got a job because I just didn't have the determination. If I would have had the determination, then maybe that would enable me to become a radio DJ. But I didn't. That's what allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Some to debate might be true, might not be true, but I said it on the internet. So it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts, not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, the Matrix, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Trek, Star Wars, My Little Pony. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just be aware, just watch out. Anyways, I can ramble here, they put it on. Let's get right into the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I rap. And a while back, I rapped again. I dropped the track called Billion Dollar Brain. It was Che Cortez, me, and Sunzu Cosmic on a track called Billion Dollar Brain, rocking over a underground, hip-hoppy, boom-bap, spacey, sci-fi type beat, talking about what it might take to achieve the $1 billion brain. And when I say $1 billion brain, it's not really numbers. It's just about maximizing your brain and enhancing it to levels that you weren't at before. So taking your mind, make it a little faster, stronger, smarter, a better, resilient, durable brain. You train your brain the way you train your body, make your mind strong and your body strong. That is the $1 billion brain. So if you want to hear the track called $1 billion brain, I'll put the link below. Now, let's get on with the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. And I was just outside not too long ago. And this is not a complaint. This is not a whine. I'm just saying, bro, the temperature is a little low. I was outside for about 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, my hands started feeling it just a little bit. When I say feeling it, feeling a little, like, oh, bro, it is cold. I didn't want to say the words, but, bro, it's real. My hands are like, bro, it's cold. My mind didn't want to admit it. My mouth didn't want to admit it. When my hands were telling me, bro, my hands are cold. Everything else was cool. I had socks and boots and all this stuff. Even had gloves on. But my hands were just like, bro, these extremities, we're feeling it, bro. Take us inside. And so I was like, all right, hands, we're going inside because it's a little cold. But this is where I'm at. I'm in the wonderful Midwest, the state of Michigan, bro. And in the state of Michigan, in the wintertime, December, January, February, into March, sometimes it be cold. Sometimes there's snow. Sometimes there's slush. Sometimes there's hail. Sometimes there's rain, sometimes there's ice. This is the game in this state. It's just part of it. If you want to live in this winter wonderland, this is what you got to exist in. I love it. I love being in this place. Yeah, it's brutally cold. And my fingers are feeling it, but it's still lovely, it's still beautiful, and I still love it. I still like waking up saying, bro, look at the snow. Make it snow, make it snow, make it snow. It's beautiful. So yeah, that was what I was going through this week. Also, additionally, I did make some chickpea noodle soup. So it's cold this week. When I came in from the cold, it's some warm chickpea noodle soup. And just what it sounds like, it's noodle soup with chickpeas in it. Absolutely fantastic. Wonderful. I'm going to make it again this week because I love it so much. So I had some cold hands, ate chickpea noodle soup. Great times. But now it is time to podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to talk about is something that I've been waiting on for like 40 years. Probably 40 years. I'm going to say probably 40 years. So, Captain, what were you waiting on, Captain, for 40 years, bro? 4 decades, 40 años. What were you waiting on? Waiting on your stock portfolio to improve? Yeah, I was kind of waiting on that. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, what I was really waiting on is to see the Detroit Lions poised to take, dominate, and own the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're on a trajectory to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. We're the closest we've ever been in a long time. I'm talking a long time before I was alive. The last time I seen a championship in football was before I was even alive. We're talking, I think it was the 50s, I think. That's the last time they had championships. But in my whole time of existence on planet Earth, they have not won that championship once. I've been waiting for years, decades, for them to get that title, bro. Take that bowl, ring, or whatever you call it, the championship, belt, title, to get that. And we're close. And if you've been paying attention to the NFL, the football games, the playoffs, the regular season, the pigskin, you know this team is great, phenomenal. I watched them last week play and I was like, bro, this team is there. They ready to take it. Yes, I've been seeing a lot of Detroit Lions shirts lately because they know, bro, they recognize they were to handle the business. I don't know where you're on planet Earth. Not sure where you're at. United States, UK, wherever you're at. But if you pay attention to the NFL, then you've been seeing these guys all over the place. Yeah, and if I didn't say this from the beginning, that's where I'm from, bro. I told you I'm from Michigan, right? Well, that's where the Detroit Lions play, in my state. Yeah, that's where they're at. Michiganders, bro. It's our team. We're ready to take that Super Bowl. Last podcast, I was talking about Magic Johnson, who's also where I'm from. Now, you guys may not be aware, but we got a lot of high-profile teams and athletes from the state I live in. A lot of them, a lot of great teams, a lot of great athletes across all walks of life. Even got some UFC fighters, bro, that fight. We got all types of people. Mayweather's from here. Tons of elite athletes come from the state I live in. They all over the place, you just look. And this year, high-profile team who's doing big things is the Detroit Lions. And I just want to talk about it and document it on the podcast. Since I talk about movies, TV, sports, and flicks, I said, bro, they doing all this work. I have to congratulate them and recognize them in this podcast because they're doing it, bro. They're doing so well after a 40-year dry spell. And it's not over yet. There's more football to be played, potentially with a Super Bowl win. I'm hyped. I'll be watching the game this week. I just want to get out here and congratulate them for having a great season, for winning, for bringing that oomph back to Detroit and the state of Michigan. We're so happy here. We're just doing big things here in Michigan. It's great. You should come here, live here, come visit, come hang out. It's where I'm at, the captain's at. It also inspired me too, bro, to keep podcasting. Because greatness can come from this state, right? And here I am podcasting episode 621. I'm still doing the work, still going, grinding, handling this business, doing raps. Because I know we do it big here. Lovely. I just want to acknowledge that. So if you've not seen these Detroit Lions play, you need to check them out. Go to your channel, go to the TV app, however you watch football. I don't know how you watch it, depends where you're at. Wherever you got to do, when they play this weekend, check them out. Because they're going to play some excellent, great football. You will be entertained. But I just want to talk about that. I'm so impressed, so surprised, so happy that they're doing great things. You know, I used to watch football a lot back in the day. When Barry Sanders was playing. If you guys are old, you know who Barry Sanders is. One of the greatest running backs ever played the game. And he was just so wonderful to watch back in the 90s. I love watching Barry Sanders play back in the day. And I so wanted that team of Barry Sanders to win a championship, but they just never could get there. They just never quite could do it. I don't know what it was. I'm not sure why they never did. They just never did it. But I enjoyed watching Barry Sanders play back in the day. It was so awesome to see him play. I just wish they would have got a championship, but they didn't. You know, things happen, whatever. But still beautiful to watch the game. Now, I've not been watching football as much because I'm more into UFC in the last decade. Fighting more than anything else, and jiu-jitsu and, Muay Thai. I've been watching more combat sports. But occasionally I'll peek in and watch some college football, NFL football. And, just every now and then. But, this year I kind of had to pay attention, bro, because my Lions is doing it finally. After 40 years of waiting, I got a little stuffed animal in this recording space. Little stuffed animal Detroit Lions. I've had that thing since I was like 6 years old, sitting wherever I was at. Wherever I lived, where I was at, the little lion was just sitting around, just chilling. I've been waiting since 6 years old, bro. Had that lion since like 6, might have been 5, or very young. Had that Detroit lion just sitting in a room I was in. Remember where I was at? What building I lived in? But I always had that, just waiting for that time, that moment when that Super Bowl would be had. We might be here, finally, after all these years of having that little lion. We might be on the verge of taking that Super Bowl. So excited. What a great time to be alive, as people say all the time. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you love the game of football, if you've been away for a while, because I've been away, because I've been doing this, I'm doing whatever. I couldn't watch football these years because whatever's happening. Time to pay attention. Watch a couple games. Watch these Detroit Lions handle business. Win. Move the ball on the field. Score goals. Run the points up. Dominate defense. Handle business. Win games. And win the Super Bowl. So let's go. The roar has been restored. And I have a feeling whatever happens the rest of the season, win the Super Bowl, don't win the Super Bowl, I have a strong feeling when I go on social media and I look around the globe, not just the United States, the globe, I will probably see more people rocking Detroit Lions hats, Detroit Lions shirts. And when I see you guys out there, like, bro, I recognize that. You recognize my state. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for recognizing where I'm at. The teams we got, the athletes we got, because they're phenomenal. Thanks for the recognition. Acknowledging the greatness that comes from the state I'm in. Beautiful. Love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want to say. Detroit Lions, good luck. Hope you win the games you got to win to get that Super Bowl victory. I'm rooting for you, bro. I've been rooting for you for like 40-some years, bro. My little animal, my little stuffed animal in the corner, been rooting for years, bro. Just waiting for that Super Bowl title. So, we might be there. No matter what happens the rest of these games, I will follow up. Follow-up podcast is coming. But I just want to put it into cyberspace, put it in the podcast. Recognize that what a great season. What a great time to be a Detroit Lions fan. A lot of people I know over the years, are very happy to see the team winning. A lot of beers getting drank, a lot of wings getting ate, right? A lot of kegs getting drunk. It's true. Drink responsibly, of course. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, party safe. Enjoy these games. Because it's a beautiful, wonderful thing we're experiencing. So good luck, Detroit Lions. You will win. I know it. I believe it. I understand. The little stuffed animal's waiting. Can't wait for them to have those Super Bowl rings, baby. Let's get it. And this concludes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see you. If you listen, you will hear. If you look, you will see. If you touch, you will feel. If you try, you will be anonymous. Until next time, it's Captain Beast.
The Captain Talks Flicks.